6. We have some of your fellow students here, and we're talking about setting up a lab experiment. Now, Ayush here is going to do some of the explaining of what we do before we even do the experiment. But what we're talking about here is this little part here in your book, which is on page 24. And it's very important that you go through each one of these steps in your book and write it down before you do an experiment. Okay? Now you notice that everybody here has some safety equipment on. Of course, we have our masks on because we don't want to get COVID-19. Okay? Even Vita Ma'am here has her mask on, which slipped down. Okay, I'm going to turn this over to Ayush. Ayush, you're going to tell them what is the experiment. This is our aim, okay?
Our aim is two different liquids have a different weights.
Yeah, it's basically a question, okay? What we want to know if different liquids have different weights, okay? What is the next part? Number 2. Requirements, what we need, right?
Water.
Yeah, okay. Sneha, can you do your bit here? Where's the water? We have water.
Cooking oil.
Cooking oil.
Dish soap.
Dish soap.
Vinegar. Alcohol. Corn syrup.
And corn syrup. These are the liquids we're going to measure. What else do we need?
Colors.
Colors. Can we show the colors? So we have brown for water.
We have red for cooking oil. And we have yellow for
Dish soap. But it's already yellow, so we don't have to add any.
We have green for vinegar and blue for alcohol and purple for
Corn syrup. Okay. So our next step is our theory. Now each one of these people have a different idea of what they think is going to happen when we put all of these materials into this jar. Okay? What do you think will happen, Ayush? What's your...
all the liquids have the same weight and then will mix together.
He thinks they will all mix together, that all liquids have the same weight. What is your theory?
I think that heavier liquid will go on the bottom and lighter liquid will come on the top.
Okay. Do you think some will mix together?
Yes.
Do you think some might have the same weight? Some might be lighter, some might be heavier, but some might have the same weight, so they'll mix together. That's your hypothesis. What is your hypothesis?
I think all liquids have different weights and lighter one go up and heavier one go down, and we can see rainbow when we put colors.
Okay, so Sneha thinks it'll be like all different colors, like a rainbow. Okay? All right, what's our next step then?
Hypothesis.
Well, we already did that. Okay, so the next part is our procedure, our method.
Method is first we pour 7 liquids and 50 ml each into the 7 cups.
So we have 7 cups here, and we're going to put 50 mils of each liquid into that. And we have a measuring cup here from my kitchen to do that, okay? And it's marked off here in different milliliters, okay? Whoops, wrong side. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, so we're going to do that. And then, what's next?
Next is we add different colors to different each cup.
To each liquid, okay? And then finally,
Write down which color which we added to each liquid.
okay, and we've already done that. Ayush has written it here in his book, so we know which color is which. Okay? Now we have to think about what could go wrong. And one of the things the kids said was that, well, we might mix them up, right? This is our precaution, okay?
When we mix up in table like here, then it will be wrong.
Yeah, so why did we set it up like this then, Ayush? So we've got
Because then it will be given wrong.
yeah, and that's why we wrote it down here too, right? Okay, so when we go to measure them out, we'll measure everything out first, and then we're going to add the color. But we're going to check first with Ayush to make sure we have the right color. Okay?
Alcohol has blue color, corn syrup has purple color, vinegar has green color, dish soap has yellow color, cooking oil has red color, and water has brown color.
Right. Okay. And then, so that was where we could possibly make a mistake. And we've made sure that we've covered our bases, right? And the final thing,
Profession. The result is discussions.
so that's where we find out what actually did happen, and we can write down what happened. Okay? So now we're going to start the experiment. Okay? So who's going to do my measuring? We've got 50 mils of water already, so that's done. Can you measure out 50 mils of oil? Let's move your book out of the way so we don't get it messy. Okay? Now, how do we measure the oil, guys? How do we measure things when we're looking at it? Do we look at it from the top or do we look at it from the side?
Side.
Okay. Okay? 50 mils? Can we pour it in the cup?
Round करना है
Oh, turn it around so we can
turn
see.
it around so they can see.
Very good. Okay.
Here you have 50 ml of oil.
All right. Okay. So we're going to put the cooking oil over here out of the way. Okay, and we need to pour that into the cup. Okay, next we have dish soap, 50 mils. Can you squeeze 50 mils in there? I hope we have 50 mils in there. I'll have to buy more dish soap now. You get it? Yeah. No. It's up. Okay, just squeeze it. This one's going to come out slower. Can I help you squeeze it?
Is this okay?
Okay? A little bit more? Can I do it? Okay. Soap's out of the way. Done.
Then vinegar.
Okay, put that with the red oh,
It's
let's not
50
get these
ml.
mixed up. Okay, so that's the oil. This is the dish soap, so that goes in here.
Then vinegar.
Okay, so that one, you've got to make sure these colors stay with it. This one already has a color. Okay, vinegar. It's got to be turned around the other side, yeah. A little bit more. Here, very slowly. A little more. Good. Okay, so vinegar goes into this cup. Right? Next we have, and we make sure that that color is with that. Okay? Now this is called spirit or rubbing alcohol. It's what we put on when we get an injection. Okay. And into its cup.
Then corn syrup.
And that's the last one. This one comes out slowly.
Corn syrup.
Where's our mils? Right there. Okay. So you'll have to maybe squeeze that a little bit because that'll come out slow. It comes comes out like.
Ayush, wait.
Okay. Got it? 50 mils. Now why do we have to make sure it's the same amount of everything? Why is that?
We have scale.
Sorry?
We have scale.
Well, I know, but why do we have to make sure that it's 50 mils of everything? Why can't some be 60 mils, some be 70 mils? Why does it have to be all the same?
In cylinder has 15 mils. Yes.
Okay, but how might it affect the experiment? And this is a question that I'm putting out to the class for you to answer. Why is it important that each amount be the same? Why is that important?
Because when we put a fill each, it will mix. Then it will be mixed together.
It would mix together because why? Because if you put like 100 mils of corn syrup and only 50 mils of alcohol,
It will be wrong.
it would ruin our experiment, wouldn't it? Because we want to make sure that the amounts are the same, because maybe if we put more of something in, maybe it'll be heavier. I don't know. Would it? Yeah? Okay, so that's important. Now, I told these guys I would put the colors in because this is my expensive soap stuff, okay? So I'm going to put purple. Okay, and we need to mix that. We got something to mix with? Is there a stick? Roll pin, something to stir with? We forgot about that. Okay, I'm going to put blue in here. Okay. And I'll do green. Okay. And we already have yellow. And we'll do red here. Okay. And we have brown. Oh, that's fine. Okay, who wants to stir them up? I'm going to move these colors. I'll leave them here actually for now so we can remember, okay? That's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, we have a stick.
Yeah.
Stir. That makes sense? Yes. Sort of. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, go on to the next one. Okay, maybe
Wash it.
okay, get the substance off, mostly off of it. Okay, blue. That one should be easier. Yeah, that's good. Those ones should mix fast, so you don't have to do the dish soap. Okay, last one. That's our red, yeah? Oh, that's the oil, though. I don't know if that one will. You know what we'll do? We'll put the oil in first and shake it in the container.
Speak in
Maybe the dots in. We have a little problem with the oil because the color is suspending in it. It's not mixing.
This is
Okay, so we have to know that that one is the... Oh, that's better. We'll know it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, the experiment. Who's going to do the pouring? Let's say which one we're doing first. So let's start with the first one. Alcohol. Blue. Blue goes in first. Okay, everybody gets a turn at pouring. Blue's first. That's alcohol. Next one is purple. Corn syrup. Okay. All right. The Digi's being very careful to make sure she gets it all in there. Good. Okay, next vinegar, green. Yay! Okay, next yellow, dish soap. Oh, something's happening. Okay. Next, red, cooking oil.
Water.
And finally, brown water. Okay, now we're going to stop the video. We'll come back with the result in a few minutes. Okay? We will let it just sit and see what happens. We can watch now. Can you get the camera close to the liquid so we can watch what happens? So can we start, you guys? What do you notice is happening? And this is where you should be writing in your books now, your results.
But
What's happening?
yeah, no.
Can you see it?
Yes, auntie.
What's happening, you guys? Get down there and look.
It's fine.
Water colors come up and rainbow.
Which one's on the bottom right now?
Purple. Purple.
And what's purple?
Yes.
Yellow.
Purple. Corn syrup.
Corn syrup's on the bottom.
And then
And which one's on the top?
oil.
Oil. Cooking oil is on the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it is
Which one is the yellow?
yellow.
Dish soap. Dish
Dish
soap.
soap. So it's just above
Second
the
last.
corn syrup, right? Okay, let's just wait and see if we can see any more separation going on. Is it possible that we can take this and
Yeah.
hold it up to the light?
Yes.
Here, come on over here, sir. So I'm going to see if we can see some separation going on. Can I see this? Okay. Now we've got it out in the light.
But no, auntie.
We can see we have purple on the bottom,
And then yellow.
yellow, and then we've got oil on the top.
And here brown.
Okay, so we can eliminate these colors. We know that the corn syrup is the
Purple.
heaviest, right?
And,
And
then
dish soap.
And then water.
And then we know that the oil is the
Yes. Lighter.
lightest. But the other three, the water,
They are mixing.
the vinegar, and the spirit, maybe they're about the same density. Is that why they've mixed? Do you think that's possible? Do you think they're the same density?
Yes.
They might be very close. If we left this sit for a while, we can take a picture later on and see if it separates anymore, okay? All right.
Can you see? No. No, auntie.
It's not showing? Okay, try doing it from this direction then. You come over here. Here.
No, auntie.
It's not showing?
You can come
It's
here.
better in here.
Yeah.
Better inside.
Here.
Okay. It's not showing?
No,
Here.
auntie.
Okay, one more time. I'm trying to show you guys. You can try this at home too, you guys. You can just get some food coloring from the shop. Okay? And you don't have to use as many materials as we did. In a little bit, I'll try to show you the jar again with after we've let it sit and to see if more colors separate. Okay? All right. Thanks, guys.